For the cheapest Madden coins available, check out my sponsor One Stop Mutt to start building that God Squad you've always wanted today. Use code WAZ to get 15% off your order. What is going on, everyone? Wizard of Waz here with another Madden 21 video, and this is a video that I did last year that was pretty popular, that y'all liked, and I've had requested a couple of times this year, so I wanted to go over it again. It is, of course, like you can see from the title, we're going to go over the RPO Peek Zone Bubble, which, if y'all didn't know, that was popularized by MMG. Everyone knows who MMG is, one of the biggest Madden YouTubers out there. It's a really cool play, so I wanted to go over which playbooks it was in, and then how you can run it out of those playbooks effectively, and then if you come up against someone who's cheesing you with it, might be MMG, you never know, how you can stop it. It's not as good this year as it was in Madden 20. If y'all watch a lot of MMG, you'll know that. But it's still a pretty good play and one that you need to be ready to defend if you come up against it. I know this is a little bit different than my recent videos, but I just wanted to get the information out there. So, of course, if you have been enjoying my channel and all that, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on this video, and hit that bell icon so you can know as soon as my videos come out. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I do a lot of market talk, a lot of coin methods and things like that, and then just general tips for Madden. So check out the rest of my channel, and thank y'all so much for watching. All right, so I am going to go into practice mode to do this, so I'm going to be using two different controllers, so bear with me there. It's going to be a little difficult to do offense and defense at the same time, but I'll do the best I can to illustrate it. I've got the Bengals ready to go. They're going to be defense on offense here. Doesn't matter who you pick. All that matters is the playbooks. So there's 3 playbooks this year that you can find RPO Peek Zone Bubble as, at least at the time of recording this video, and that is the Packers, the Titans, and the spread offense. So you got the Green Bay one here, and then you go all the way down to Tennessee Titans, just in case y'all don't know how to search for playbooks somehow. Tennessee Titans, and then you got all these alternate playbooks, and spread is the one right here. So we're going to jump into the Titans just because it's one that I've used before, and then let me get into the actual game, and I'll show you how to run it and then how to stop it as well. So like I said, I am in the Titans playbook here, but it's going to be out of the same formation of all of them. If you'll go on down to gun, it's going to be gun, slot, offset. That's the first one here on the Titans. I don't know if it's the first one on the Packers in spread, but it's gun, slot, offense. And then on the Titans, it's the first one you can see there, the square RPO Peek Zone Bubble. So very, very easy to find. So we're just going to call it and run through the play, and we'll see the most effective ways to run it. All right, so on defense there, we're just running the base cover 2 for now. I'm not really going to worry with controlling it yet. I'm just going to let the computers do their job. I've got the free safety controlled up there. No big deal, but this is the play art. So you've got your 3 options. You've got the receiver on the outside. You can hand it off to one running back, and the other running back on your left side is going to motion out to your right. That is, unless, of course, you flip the play. But for now, this is kind of what it looks like. So when you just snap the ball, he's going to motion out, and you're basically going to determine whether you want to hand it off to this running back or throw it to the other receiver that's motioning out to the right. And there's a couple different reads that you'll have to make to decide whether you want to throw the ball or hand it off. I really never throw it to that receiver on the left side. I guess if you want to, you can. But basically what I want to do is have a very fast running back at that one that's motioning out to the side. And if the middle linebacker or the safety, whoever my defensive opponent is, if their user doesn't run with that running back, then I am 9 times out of 10 going to throw it to that running back. Because basically, these 2 wide receivers that are out here on the right side, they're going to block the 2 cornerbacks that are out there. And if they pick up their blocks, then the only other guy you have to worry about is the user. So if the user doesn't move with the running back, then you should be good to go. I went ahead and put the defense in a press just so that they play the ball a little bit more realistically. And you'll see this year why it is different is because the DBs don't really attack as easily. Your guys don't engage into the blocks as easily. So I'm going to throw it out here to the motioning back. And you see my guys go forward a little bit to pick up the blocks. Sometimes they get them, sometimes they don't. That's kind of the problem this year is they don't hit their blocks as effectively. We'll run it again, and that's really, it's kind of a crapshoot this year. It's not as good of a play, and that's kind of a part of this video as well, just showing you it's just not as good because your guys aren't going to pick up their blocks as well. It's actually not working very, very well at all right now because my guys aren't hitting their blocks. I'm going to chuck it over there again. You can see that inside receiver just stands there and just doesn't get to his guy at all. And I think I switched to the defense to a cover 3, but as he motions out here, you can see my slot receiver there just doesn't pick up his guy at all. They don't start blocking until your guy catches it, which is really annoying. So you pretty much have to make one guy miss at least, even if the user doesn't travel with the guy. And that's kind of what I'm saying with it. It's just not as good as it was last year because normally that slot receiver would pick that block up. You got that guy there, and then you're just running free down the sideline because if your 2 guys pick up their correct blocks, there's no one there. I'm going to run it one more time and throw it as quickly as possible to see if my guy picks up his block, but he's probably going to miss it because you have to do the whole RPO thing, pull it out. No. If you have a really fast running back, really quick running back, you might be able to make the guy miss, but just kind of goes to show it's not as effective of a play as it was last year. But if you are going up against a guy on offense who's running this over and over and he's getting like some cheesy blocks and all that, let's go ahead and go over how you want to defend this. All right, like I said, this is going to be a little bit difficult to show just because I am controlling both of the controllers. So when you're on defense, probably the first time that they run this, you're not going to defend this correctly just because there's no way of knowing it's coming. But as soon as this guy motions out like this, whoever you're using, you want to run with him. And obviously he's going to get sacked because because I'm not doing anything right now. But basically, you want to run and take that away. If you get down there quick enough, you might be able to get a pick. What they're going to do on offense is if you run with him, oh my God, this is really hard. They're going to hand it off to the running back, and then they're going to run it right up the middle and do all that. Let's see if I can switch the offense over to a computer maybe, and then maybe they'll run it correctly. That would help. All right, so now the computer is on offense. Let's see how they do. But basically, I'm going to take my user. Really, guys, you should be using the safety this year, whether you have him in at sub linebacker or whatever. You need someone quick just because they're so slow this year, the linebackers are. So I'm going to let him run this, and I'm going to run with the running back that's going out to the flats here. If he'll snap it. There it goes. All right, so I'm going to run out with him. And he threw it right to him, but I'm right there to make the tackle. So if you're actually a little bit quicker than that, you might be able to make the pick, which is ideal, but you're really looking for this motion out. And as soon as the motion goes out, you run with him, and he really wants to throw this. And then, of course, I did miss the tackle, so it's not given. And he's actually getting pretty good blocks, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. You can get some cheesy bullcrap with the offense just hitting their blocks and everything. Actually, I just want to watch the blockers here, these wide receivers, see if they do a little bit better job than when I was on offense. Not really. My guys just aren't playing it very good. So that's basically how you're going to set up the defense with your user. What you want to do with the rest of your defense to account for him potentially handing off to the other running back is just shift your linebackers to the left like this, or whatever side the running back that's not motioning is going to be potentially running to. Like if he were to hand it off here, he'd be going to the left. So I've shifted them to the left. So I'm going to user and control this guy that's motioning out to the right. And then my other linebackers are going to take away this run to the left. Let's see what he does here. I'm going to run down with him. He's not going to throw it. He's going to hand it off. My guys are right there to make the tackle. And then at that point, it's just football. Hopefully, you guys can get off the block and everything. You know, that's just a little bit of a crapshoot. And I reacted a little bit late, so he was able to throw it here. And he stepped out of bounds, but he had a little bit of running room there. So you have to be very, very quick with this. I'm going to shift my guys again to the left. And, of course, I like to cheat down a little bit if I am using the safety because I can just defend the box a little bit better. Run with him. He's going to hand it off. And then, of course, running back making plays, not making plays, tackles, it's just regular defense at that point. But that's pretty much it for the RPO Peek Zone Bubble, guys. It's a very, very popular play, especially with MMG running it so much. I see a lot of people running it online. It's not nearly as good this year as it was last year, which is good because it's a headache. If you go and watch my video from last year, I had a hard time stopping it even in the tutorial because even if you know it's coming, the blocks sometimes on the outside are just really difficult, and then the runs, obviously the run was a little bit more buffed last year, and it was just hard to stop. But this year, it's a little bit more manageable to defend, so if you're playing someone online that's just trying to cheese you with it, this is how you're going to set up to stop it, and it's really not too hard. But that's pretty much it for that play breakdown, guys. I'm not like a professional at Madden or anything, so I don't give a whole lot of gameplay tips. If there are any other cheesy plays like this one that y'all want me to break down how to run on offense, or just where they are, or how to stop them on defense, anything like that, leave those plays down in the comments below, and if it's one that I can make a video on, then I'll go ahead and do that. And of course, if you've been enjoying the channel and all my content, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I hope y'all did enjoy watching that one, and as always, I will see y'all in the next one.